Being yourself is one of the easiest things that we tend to overthink. Being yourself is super duper easy when you don't overcomplicate life with meaningless people, meaningless opinions, conversations. You have to be willing to do something about it. In many of my videos, I talk about the fact that your mindset is everything, right? Your mindset affects your actions. Your mindset affects your words, your speech. Your mindset affects your next steps in your journey. And you have to be willing to be your real authentic self. Because anybody that doesn't appreciate the real you doesn't deserve to be in your corner, doesn't deserve to be in your circle, your square, your love triangle, whatever you want to call it. They don't deserve to be around you. They don't deserve your kindness, love, compassion, honesty, kindness, all of the above that you give to people. It was funny. I was talking to one of my friends from school today about how he was treated back in high school. And back in high school, everybody was trying to fit in. Everybody was trying to get all this attention. Everybody was trying to get all these people to, basically quote unquote worship them in a way, to give them all kinds of attention and looks from other girls and other people. And he was always talking about how he was one of those people who wasn't always in the spotlight. One of those people who wasn't always seen by anybody, really. And he always was trying to prove himself. That's the one key that you mess up on a lot, is trying to prove yourself to other people. Trying to prove yourself to people, period. And whenever he tried to do that, he just could never be his authentic self to prove to people. Once he tried to fit in this mold of people thinking he was like this, the real him came out at some point. Behind all that flesh and all that fakeness he was trying to copy from other people. You trying to prove somebody who you are or what you do or what you represent will have you in a situation of depression, bro. And you'll always be thinking why you can't be like somebody else, when it wasn't God's intent to make you like everybody else. In the Bible, it talks about how Christians are supposed to not be of the world. How we're seen as Christians as different. And in a way, everybody should be seen different for everybody else, because we're all different human beings. We all have different actions, different behaviors, we don't look the same. We have different hair. We have different nostril hair. We got different teeth. We got different facial hair. All the above. You weren't made to try to fit in with everybody. And that's the one thing that you need to stop doing. I used to do the same thing back in high school. High school, I was a dude. I wasn't trying to, I wasn't really asking for any attention, but at different points, I would try to seek it. And that's the one thing I would tell my old high school self not to do, my old middle school self not to do. Stop searching for other people's validation. Stop searching for other people's, to make you feel good, other people to prove you right, and to be like, yeah, you're cool enough to chill with us. It's not about that. If you learn to realize that you don't have to fit in with the crowd, you'll be that much more powerful. When people follow other people, they're not leaders, right? Everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to maybe own a business. Maybe they want to be they want to make the most money in the world, right? But you need to be your own leader. Most people don't want to work a 9 to 5, and most people want to make passive income and make money for themselves, working for themselves, right? But you can't be a follower following somebody else, right? Unless they have knowledge and they're already there at the place you want to be. The next step you need to take is to become a leader for yourself. Following somebody else's schemes, trying to be like somebody else, is where you go wrong. Because see, God talks about in the Bible how blessings are meant for different people. Everybody has a different purpose, right? God has a different purpose for you. God didn't make it to where everybody spoke the same language. Not everybody speaks English around the entire world. Not everybody speaks Spanish around the entire world. Not everybody speaks French. Like, not everybody speaks Japanese. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why are you steadily trying to prove yourself to people, to human beings? Their validation doesn't get you into heaven. Their validation doesn't bless you. Their validation doesn't make you more money. Their validation doesn't get that grade higher. That validation doesn't get you that job you always wanted, right? That car you always wanted. Their validation means nothing unless you make it bigger than what it is. When you continuously try to prove yourself to people who are seeking for you to prove yourself, you'll never be able to fully prove yourself to anybody. I don't care how much work you put in, you will never satisfy anybody. So what I'm trying to tell you is, look, stop trying to seek validation. Turn to God. Search for His validation. Don't search for validation and confirmation from your peers, not even your friends, sometimes not even your parents, sometimes not even your extended family, definitely not acquaintances. Actually, first of all, try to prove something to yourself. Second, after to God. If you have goals and dreams and aspirations, prove to yourself that you can reach them. Don't prove to somebody else that you can reach them. If you want to make money from social media, prove that you can grind the following, prove you can grind the process, the grind of the topics that you have to post. Prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving all the goals and dreams you have. There's something else I want to tell you. Lean on God for His validation. His validation is way more important than anybody else's. Nobody else's validation gets you into heaven, bro. Nobody else's validation gets you into heaven. He's the one who gets to judge. People will judge you, but they're not the ultimate judger. They don't choose whoever gets put into heaven and whoever gets put into hell. They don't get to choose that. It's God who makes that decision. And when you're so constantly looking towards people, like, oh man, I always wanted to try to get into this party. This party, man, they got all the most popular people in school. Man, they got all the drinks, they got all the cigs, they got all the festivities, man. We be getting lit. Then after that, what else? After that party, what else? Then the next day, they be like, oh, they gonna talk about, oh, the party was lit. And after that, it's over. You may not even be that close with them anymore. It was just for the night. Stop seeking validation. Just stop. God is the ultimate one you should be seeking validation from. God wants you to prove yourself to Him. God is waiting for you to give up proving other people either right about you and who you are, or wrong about you and who you are. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below what you learned. If you want to grow spiritually, if you want to self-improve in all aspects of life, this is the channel for you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it to your friends, because I know there's a bunch of people out there who are constantly trying to prove themselves to the world, to a world who will never fully seek your validation. And yeah, I get it. Everybody wants to prove that they this and that they're that, and that they're the biggest money maker. They have the most money, they got the most cars, they got the most jewelry, they got the most shine, they got the most glitz and glamour. But then again, people will still constantly judge you for what you have or what you don't have. God won't judge you, because God is a loving God, and it's an unconditionally loving God. He's not going to judge you. He's not going to judge you on what you don't have or what you have or what you possess. Other people are going to judge you by how you look, by your behavior, by even your basketball skills. They will judge you just based off that. They'll call you trash, and they won't even hang with you outside of basketball. Anything that you're not good at, that the rest of the crowd isn't good at, they will treat you different, and then you're gonna be sitting there thinking, I gotta prove myself to them that I can fit in with them. No, you don't. But I gotta stop going on my little rant. God bless.